Now, ladies and gentlemen, the marvelous Marv Johnson.
This performer was one of the first musicians to collaborate with the young songwriter Berry Gordy, long before he started Motown Records. This man is primarily recognized for a few hits. This vocalist was also a seminal figure in the early history and helped establish the sound of Motown Records. The centerpiece of today's video is all about Marv Johnson. Before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push the notification bell to be sure you won't miss on any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. Born Marvin Earl Johnson on October 15, 1938 in Detroit, Michigan. He grew up in a musical atmosphere that combined Baptist church gospel music with the jump jazz of Louis Jordan and his Timpani Five. His early musical inspirations were gospel and blues, but he began singing professionally with the Junior Serenaders, a doo-wop group, in the mid-50s. When he was in high school, he started performing at carnivals and fairs. In 1958, he recorded his debut sides, My Baby O. And Once Upon a Time. That is true. The single did not sell, but the recording session culminated in a meeting with composer and aspiring record producer Berry Gordy. After Johnson performed his original song Come to Me for Gordy and his then wife Raynoma, the couple picked Johnson as the first artist for their budding record company, Tamla, because the new label's distribution was limited to Detroit. United Artists released Come to Me nationally, where it peaked at number 6 on the R&B charts and number 30 on the mainstream charts. I miss you, baby. Well, I just come when the lights are. Gordy quickly lost direct control of his first find when United Artists signed Johnson directly, but he remained as his manager. Johnson also traveled with Motown bands like The Miracles, appeared on Alan Freed's rock and roll reviews in media outlets like American Bandstand, and participated in early package tours and stage reviews alongside his heroes Sam Cooke and Jackie Wilson. Between 1959 and 1961, Johnson had 9 Billboard Hot 100 singles, 2 of which reached the top 10. All were written or co-written and produced by Gordy. The first of these was You Got What It Takes, which peaked at number 10 in the US and number 7 on the UK singles chart. It sold over 1 million copies and received a gold disc. In the United Kingdom, both I Love the Way You Love and Ain't Gonna Be That Way charted. Johnson's final top 40 hit in the United States was You've Got to Move 2 Mountains in 1960. It also sold 1 million copies, earning him his second gold disc. This was not enough for you whenever I asked you for a kiss. Johnson has 8 top 40 songs in Australia, 3 of which were chart toppers. After I Love the Way You Love reached the national top 10 in mid-1960, Johnson traveled to Australia to meet entrepreneur Lee Gordon, the founder of the radio show Big Show, and played Twisted Up on the September Big Show. Bobby Rydell, Chubby Checker, and James Darren headlined the bill alongside Jackie Wilson. And Barry Mann, they were joined by Johnny O'Keefe, the Deltones, and Cole Joey. Johnson's last chart triumphs with United Artists with the songs Happy Days, and Merry Go Round, both written by Berry Gordy.
I need you, but
although they did not make the US Top 40, they did well on the R&B charts, peaking at number 7 and 26 respectively in 1961. However, following 9 straight chart hits in early 1961, Johnson's records ceased to appear on the charts entirely. United Artists kept him on through a series of 10 straight non-charting songs from mid-1961 to early 1964. Gordy produced the first 3, while other Motown producers produced the following 3. United Artists then dropped Johnson from the Motown roster, and for the next 4 songs, he collaborated with a number of brill-building composers, producers, and arrangers, including Jerry Leiber and Mike Stoller, Burt Bacharach and Hal David, and Burt Burns. However, Johnson was finally dismissed from his contract with United Artists after failing to achieve substantial chart success. Johnson re-signed with Motown in 1964, composing, producing, and recording. Why Do You Want to Let Me Go was his first Motown song after rejoining the label, and it was issued by Motown's Gordy subsidiary in May 1965. Johnson's final US chart performance was I Miss You Baby How I Miss You, which peaked at number 39 on the R&B chart in April 1966. His following record, I'll Pick a Rose for My Rose, was released in 1968 but failed to chart. It was his final American hit. In the United Kingdom, however, I'll Pick a Rose became a smash after reaching number 10 in early 1969, owing to its appeal in the Northern Soul movement. Motown dipped into its vaults for tunes to make the British market album. I'll Pick a Rose for My Rose, which was published by Tamla Motown in 1969. Johnson continued with Motown in the 70s, when he worked on sales and promotions. He also composed songs for Tyrone Davis and Johnny Taylor. He co-wrote the Dells R&B song, Give Your Baby a Standing Ovation, which reached number 3 on the R&B chart and 34 on the Hot 100 in 1973. Johnson continued to create songs for Motown far into the 70s. He finally left the label. Johnson continued to sing until the 90s, recording a solo album on the London-based Motor City Records label, founded by Northern Soul DJ and Motown fan Ian Levine. Johnson was one of the first and, according to Levine, one of the most loyal and grateful of all the former Motown singers he worked with. Johnson released 2 singles while with the label with By Hook or Crook and Run Like a Rabbit. On May 14th, 1993, Johnson fell while delivering a memorial performance to Bill Pinkney of the Drifters in Sumter, South Carolina, and was transported to the hospital. Johnson passed away of stroke complications on May 16th of that year in Columbia, South Carolina, at the age of 54. The Michigan Rock and Roll Legends Hall of Fame inducted Marv Johnson in 2015. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song from Marv Johnson?